So this comes from, so this is the Leviathan. This is the behemoth. This is the Leviathan's body. This is the mouth of the Leviathan, the nose. So what you see here is what you see here. And what you see here is the behemoth piercing the nose of the Leviathan. Satan, Michael, wrestling with Satan, the dragon, the Leviathan. It's got a leash around him. But Google means George, Georgia, and Michael. Georgia is the dragon. Georgia is Jaws. Okay, Georgia is the dragon. He's got a 666 kilometer wide bite mark right on his face. You follow this line right here, from here to here. It's right there. (639 kilometers). That's his bite mark. All right. This is Google. This is Earth. Now the mystery is, how is his mouth right here? And then you have a whole behemoth inside of it. This is the other side of the mouth. And then they're showing you from the top of the dragon. The behemoth is underneath here. This is his hand piercing the mouth of the dragon. All this right here is North America, the behemoth. Right here. This is the tail of the behemoth. Right there. The Herd Island. What? French, Southern, and Antarctic lands. Oh, my bad. Oh, yeah, and the Herd Islands. This is the tail of the behemoth. This is written in the Bible. The behemoth in the mouth of the Jordan. The Jordan is the dragon. George, Jordan, Garden, George. George stands for the earth that works. Okay, that's the earth that works. So they're saying that the behemoth don't work. He's just a big, huge Snorlax. And the earth that works, that never stops, evil knows no ends, is Satan, going to and fro, in and out, all throughout the earth. Now, they call themselves the bear. You say Russia's the bear. No, Russia's the dragon. He's a part of the body of the dragon. This is Antarctica right here. This is South America right here. This is Georgia, South Sandwich Islands. Right there. Google. Georgia and the Michael. Michael wrestling the dragon, Satan, in heaven. The behemoth wrestling the Leviathan. Life and death. Peace and safety. The upright versus it's the fallen versus the upright. This one's upright. The behemoth. The dragon is fallen. And he wakes up and realizes he is still on the earth. This is the earth. He is wrapped around it like a dollar sign. Peso dollar or peso. There's two. Can you guess what the dollar is and what the peso is? Well, you make bears into dolls. Teddy bear, the polar bear, Twin Tower, the dollar, the bars, the pole, the serpent, peso, wrapped around the pole. Dollar sign, peso sign. Because it's duality. Peace and safety. Wow! Comes sudden destruction. They shall have peace and safety, and there shall come sudden destruction. Where's the name dollar? Nah. This is crazy. Ain't having that. Canada is the behemoth. The dollar originally, and in Canada they call the dollar a loonie. Okay, so it comes from the Low German dollar, from taller, meaning like upright. Later, the Thaler, abbreviation master Joachim Staller. Joachim Staller? Well, that's upright. Literally golden of Walkenstall, coin minted. North, up town in Erzgebirge Mountains in northwest Bohemia. Like I said, they keep trying to call themselves the Behemoth and the Bear. German Berserker, that's a German word. Come on now. The Germans and the Russians keep trying to call themselves the Bears. But they ride dragon boat. The hell? And by the way, Bohemia is a beast system. Not supposed to worship anything in heaven nor on earth. Not supposed to swear by anything in heaven nor on earth. Because heaven is the throne of Yah, and earth is the footstool of Yah. Have nothing and no idols before Yah. Yes, sir. The Denmark. See, the den is like a dental, and the mark. See, it's like when you bite into a coin, like Bitcoin. Bite a coin to make sure it's real. The Deutschmark, the Denmark, it's the beast system. English colonists in America used the word dollar from 1580s in reference to the Spanish peso, or piece of 8. So there, see, Satan. Told you. Told you. What's this, the 9th piece of 8? The 9 pieces of 8? What was that? At the world's end, destroyed in order to free Calypso. So they're destroying the dollar in order to free Calypso. They're just pieces of junk. The original plan was to use 9 pieces of 8 to bind Calypso, but when the first court met, the brethren were to a one skint broke. So change the name to 9 pieces of whatever we happen to have in our pockets at the time. Oh yes, that sounds very piratey. Peso, dollar, 9 pieces of 8. It's worth nothing. Those aren't pieces of 8, they're just pieces of junk. That's quote. And over here, piece of 8. Okay, so they said Calypso. A sea nymph in the Odyssey. Like Odysseus, literally hid her. So, see, this goes right back to Legion. This goes right back to for we are many. Okay, because they came together for one, all for one. 9 pieces of 8 to free Calypso 1. Calypso, literally meaning hidden, is the same thing as Latin. I'll come back to that. Which is Legion. Literally belonging to Latin, region of Latin, says old folk etymology connected it with later to lie hidden and a fable of Saturn, the most subtle creature ever created under heaven, the dragon, Saturn, the Leviathan. So this goes full circle, no pun intended. So we have, and it says, literally hidden under, perhaps originally a death goddess. So, like I said, life and death. From Greek, kalyptine, teen, to cover, conceal. To cover, conceal, to save. Which is also the source of English hell. What? Okay, hell. The world of the dead, neither world. Abode of the dead, infernal regions. So, the wicked after death, the underworld. So the dollar for the wages of sin is death. So this wages referring to dollar, peace and safety leading to sudden destruction. Pieces of 8, peace and safety, pieces of 8, life and death. You got pieces of Satan to free hell, Calypso. This goes all the way back, and then they want to, because they got to destroy the dollar to free hell, which is blockchain. And I'll show you central bank digital currency, payroll. So what would it be? CBDC, central bank digital currency, payroll. Okay. So you get rid of the dollar and you unleash the Sumerian 666, okay, which is the dead, like shit. All right, so then you got banker, Reverse Sumerian, 666, 306. You got balance number, 666. There's no coincidence. Then you got banker. You got balance number. You got central bank digital currency. 666, 666, 666. Bro, like, what are the odds? What are the odds? They say to free hell, Hades is an invisible realm. Hades is AI. Hades. Okay? So Hades is an invisible realm, like augmented reality over the reality. They want to free that world over this world. Take away the cash, make it all digital. 666 digits. Okay, this goes all the way back, bro. Like, peace and safety. That's why they're doing it, right? What's the ultimate goal for it? They want peace and safety. No privacy, peace and safety. And what's it going to bring you? Sudden destruction. They're going to open up hell on your ass. Get rid of the cash. The 9 pieces of 8. They're going to hide it. They're going to destroy them. Destroy the money. The time. Time is money, right? There's not, I don't remember too many D's. Oh shit. To let down a bucket for drawing out water. Currency. To draw, to lift, to fetch. Dollar. Well, to dangle. Enough. Lift up. Draw out. Figuratively, to deliver. Okay. So they want to get rid of the dollar. Now we already associated the dollar and the peso. So, and they want to free hell. Calypso, which is legion. Okay. Because Legion's the water spirit. Remember, they off the ledge into 10,000 leagues under the sea, come back out as religion. In God we trust now. Okay, so, and then they take that away, destroy that, so that they can finally bust out and free open up hell. Am I missing something here? 182. Interesting though. So yeah, man, that's the gist of it, bro. Dollar peso is what the dollar sign stands for. We call it dollar sign, but it's also called a peso sign for the S. The dollar for the upright. The peso for the crooked. Interesting. Well, now. Peso, go to Calypso. Destroy the peso, free Calypso. Destroy the dollar, free Calypso. Well, that's how you would have a one world digital currency to free hell all around the world, the underworld. Blockchain. The Leviathan and the Behemoth. See, but Google is pretty much banking already. They are 666. Because that's when you do the hybrid stuff. When you start mixing stuff, that's hybrid, that's 666. So when you have the Leviathan plus the Behemoth, you got 666. You got peace plus safety, you got 666. You understand that? When they say peace and safety, then sudden 666 shall fall upon them. Sudden destruction, suddenly died suddenly from unknown causes. The most known unknown, 36 Mafia, unknown causes, died suddenly. You understand that? So, and it's hypnotized minds all day because of the censorship, because of the 666, the censorship, 666. I just realized that the censorship, 666. That's great. Sin, sir, shit. That's a 666. That's crazy. There ain't no denying that shit. That's buck wild. Peace and safety, life and death, Leviathan and Behemoth, Georgia and Michael, Google and Earth. Well, Georgia and Michael together equal Google. But only the dragon is Google. Michael is Michael. The dragon labels Michael Georgia, while it will take the name Michael. And then when you look at the Earth, it's Google Earth. Google Earth, you look at the Earth, Google Earth. Okay, you get it? That's how they have you tongue-tied, by the tongue. Life and death is in the tongue. When you say that, There's a lot that goes with that. It could go to Google Leviathan, or it could be Gilgamesh. All type of weird stuff going on over here. But it's Georgia Mitchell, and he had Georgia Gmail, like Michael, Google, Mail. This is crazy, bro. These guys have got this, like, 7 ways to Sunday to make this shit blasphemy. And this ain't even really how the earth looked. That's just the way they Googled it. The globe is Googled. George and Michael. That's the only things two there. So when you look up Google and ask Google, you're asking the dragon and Michael. That's what it's implying. It's like saying, I'm peace and I'm safety. Ask me. You're going to get sudden destruction. Okay? You're going to get 666. You're going to get censorship. Do you not? Do you not? You do. We all do. That's what we get for worshiping the 666. You gotta, in order to not worship, you gotta enter this realm with the full armor of Yah, with the dominion and the domain and the platform of Yahshua. The platform, the footsteps. You gotta be looking, you gotta be seeking salvation. You can't be just wandering aimlessly, browsing this. That's how you end up, a wide road to hell. Broadway to hell is browsing. Okay? Because it's pollution. It's mind pollution, mind altering, mind control. That's another thing. The M and the G is also a C. The MC, Master Ceremonies. Mind control. So what does a Master of Ceremonies do? They conduct your mind. Or else they're not a master of ceremonies. Period. They conduct the mental. Whose? Everybody's. The people performing and the people watching. Master of ceremonies. Mind control. George Michael. So it's like they're trying to say it's like Dragon Heart, where the dragon slayer, instead of killing the dragon and putting his life on the line and just going through with it, he makes a deal in the mouth of the dragon. It's kind of hard to find this photo, but I will find it for you. Well, let's zoom out. Got lots of photos. It'll be around here. Right there. So this is also Google. You want to know how that's Google? That's Scotia Bank symbol. But Scotia Sea is the name of the sea that's on top of Mount Michael and South Georgia Sandwich Islands is in. That's the Scotia Sea. Drake's Passage, Scotia Sea. There are 12 seas under it. It makes the 13th sea. There are 13 bricks, layers of bricks, on the eye of the pyramid. Time is money. Well, let me show you. If this is the pole and the world spins around like this, the world spins like this, clockwise, right? Okay, so you got a dragon going around, and think of the hour: 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11, 12 o'clock, right? All around his right hand. Time is in his right hand. Okay. The behemoth is in his right hand. Also, because the behemoth is underneath this. Alright? So the behemoth, time is money. The dragon, the serpent, and the behemoth are right here on the pole. The polar bear. The serpent wrapped around the polar bear. Okay. Now there's 13 seas. Okay? So there's 12 of these, like the clock. Time is money. There's 12 seas right here, and then there's a 13th right here. This is the Scotia Sea. Okay? So will it do it? No, it won't do it. Okay, so I'll have to show you these 12 C's, how they show you the hour and the hand. The Scotia Sea. And what is in it? Georgia. South Georgia. Okay? Sandwich Islands. Mount Michael. Okay? There are 12 seas down here. This is the 13th sea. On the 60-degree parallel. Or longitude. There's better images. There are 12 C's. All right. So there's Bellinghausen 1, Waddell 2, Amundsen 3, Ross 4, Durant 5, Davis 6. This is not all of them. Okay, so here's the rest of the name, some of the names. So you got Scotia is up here. We already know that. We're not counting that. Waddell, the Waddell 1. Lazarev 2. Russer Larson C 3. Cosmonaut C 4. This might be a C also, the Valdivia. The Mawson C, the Davis C 6. The Durable C 7. The Ross C 8. Amundsen C 9. Bellinghausen 10. So we're missing some C's. Very close. Yeah, for some reason they're not showing it. But I guess here we go. This is the exact one right here. Scotia Sea, this is the one I was looking for. Scotia Sea, we know that's the hour. That's the 13th sea. Waddell 1, Lazarev 2, Reeser Larson 3, Cosmonauts 4, Cooperation 5, Davis C 6, Mawson C 7, D'Urville 8, Sumov 9, Ross 10, Amundsen 11, Bellinghausen 12, Scotia 13. How many? So we're talking about currency, right? You got 13 bricks from here on down, underneath that. All right, on the currency. All right, what does that represent? It represents the eye on the pyramid, Georgia, and the 13 C's, currencies, or the 12 C's, well, the 13 C's, because the Scotia Sea is underneath the Georgia island. And there's also, in the other direction, there's 13 lines of longitude all the way down to North America. So if this is the 60-degree parallel, you would have my bad, 50. You'd have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, I messed that up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So from the Arctic Circle to the 50-degree parallel is 13. 13 lines of longitude. Or latitude, my bad. Lateral is left and right, east and west. And the world would be upside down, and South America would look like a pyramid also. See that? But we know now that the 13 C's on the money represents the 13 bricks on the pyramid of the dollar represent the dragon's eye, the serpent's eye, Lucifer, the Leviathan, Satan's eye, the dragon's eye, and remember the Scotia Bank symbol? This is the Scotia Bank symbol. This is the two wings of the dragon and his eye. All right. That's 12. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's 12. And then the I, 13. Okay, so that represents the money, the currency, the 13 bricks on the pyramid underneath the I. Okay? The 13 layers of bricks. Currency making the world go round. This represents current also. His wings represent current. Going in a circle. And it looks like it's going counterclockwise. But yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go. I ain't gonna hold y'all.